Hello and welcome everybody to another Edge of Eternities draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at rank number 23. So really good end to the season here. I believe this is going to be my last video before the rankings reset. So hopefully we can finish this month very strong. Now before we hop into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Edge of Eternities or you wanted some singles for your constructed decks, TCGplayer.com is absolutely the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also go to heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you need top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, everything you need to make sure you're fully ready to go for your next tabletop gaming experience, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also at basically every Magic the Gathering convention, so if you see their booth, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. Alrighty, here we go. Got a Quantum Riddler in the last draft. What do we get here? Alright, pretty solid pack here. Vote Out, Harmonious Grove Strider, like all the uncommons are very solid, and we have the best common in the set in the Cryogen Relic. So these are all extremely strong cards. I'm not entirely sure what to take. So you can make an argument for basically any of these cards. I think I like the Relic over the Blast, but I really like Secluded Starforge, and this doesn't lock us into a color, and it's a good card in every deck. So this is what I'm leaning. Yep, like I said, I really like the Relic. If it wasn't for this, I still don't know what I would have taken. I mean, it's possible it's the Cryogen Relic, but let's just take the Starforge here and try to read the signals here. Okay, well. You know how, like, I don't really pass Monoist Circuit Feeder? I believe that's the name of the card. I don't really pass Biomech and Engineers. I imagine a rare was taken out of this pack. This is a really solid pack with Depressurized Gene Pollinator at common, Melded Moxite as well, and then at uncommon we have Fell Grab Ship and the Biomech and Engineer, all really good options. Again, if we first picked like the Cryogen Relic, I still, obviously that doesn't really matter. We're still taking the Biomech and Engineer here, but it's one of the sweetest cards in the entire format, and you better believe I am going to be taking this card. All right, moving on to Pack 1, Pick 3. Wow, these packs have actually been pretty reasonable. There's a Focus Fire, there's a Faller's Faithful, Plasma Bolt, and Galactic Wayfarer. And given that we took the Biomech and Engineer, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the Galactic Wayfarer, lean into a ramp strategy. Faller's Faithful is also quite strong, but I don't even know that it's necessarily much better than Galactic Wayfarer. And given that we second picked a blue-green card, I think that's kind of the tiebreaker here. Now, if our first two picks were like blue cards, and then we had the choice between the two, I think that would be much closer. But happy enough with the start and seeing where this goes. All right, Pack 1, Pick 4. Ooh, interesting. There is a U Social Engineering and another Galactic Wayfarer, so definitely seeing some really good green cards here. There's Momenon, which could be an indication that blue-red is open, but kind of hard to pivot into that. All Fate Scroll is also fine, but I do think it's worse than the other two cards. I mean, I've had this card be okay, but I've also had this card be pretty bad. You know what's never bad? Galactic Wayfarer. It's just never bad. All right, well, is white open? I mean, there's also a Dubious Delicacy, but this is absurd. Sunstar Chaplain and Starfield Shepherd in the pack with Dubious Delicacy as well? I don't actually even know what I want between these two. It's got to be the Chaplain. I have a bunch of Lander stuff already. I mean, they're both really good, but this is a 2-drop. But yeah, I mean, all of these cards are good, but black and white is super open. I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to take the Sunstar Chaplain here and see what happens. It looks like, I mean, we're certainly seeing a lot of white and black cards here. I'm going to take a Focus Fire here for interaction. Nebula Dragon. I mean, there's just a lot of solid cards in this pack, but, we are going to try our best there. It would have been pretty easy to take Dubious Delicacy, but I just feel like it's more of a sign when you see a card like a Sunstar Chaplain that late, along with the Starfield Shepherd. And then, of course, now white. This is a pack with no white cards. There's an Alpha Rail, which is pretty late, but pretty hard to pivot into that, I think. I think I'll take a Nebula Dragon, perfectly splashable card, given that I have all of these lander cards as options. Pack 1, pick 8, there's a Beamsaw Prospector. I mean, this would be the craziest pivot into black-white ever, but I just don't think blue is open at all. So if I play the Biomech Engineer, it'll be on the splash. So I'm just going to take the Beamsaw Prospector in case black is a color that might be more open. And then, of course, Desculpting Blast Table. So I'm just, everything that I thought was correct is wrong. I mean, losing out on an Ilvoy Infiltrator isn't too bad, but I'm a little bit surprised the Desculpting Blast Table, although this was a very, very good pack. But I thought this was one of the better options. It's a late Melded Moxide, green certainly drying out as well. Oh man, this is a tough... And then white also kind of disappearing too. We have Divert Disaster. I'm just going to take that. I don't think red is where I want to be. And the whale is largely replaceable. Alright, I'll take Perigee Beckoner. I mean, maybe blue-black is an option. I just think the Ilvoy Galeblade is not a very good card. And the Beckoner can potentially do more things. Alright. Ilvoy Operator. Okay, it maybe... Okay, this is... I don't even know where I'm supposed to be here. It's like, we got these Wayfarers and the Biomech Engineer. We're tabling some, like, middling blue cards, but not, like, absurd ones. So it's just really hard to figure out where we need to be. And now we open Nova Hellkite, which is quite strong. But not clear that that's where we want to be here. My green cards are so much better. This is really tough on the double splash. Red didn't seem super duper open. I'm just going to take another Galactic Wayfarer here. And even, and this is recognizing that green is not super duper open. But we are going to make this work. And just see what happens here. Synthesizer Labship is interesting because we have all these lander cards. Alright, I'll try it over like a cut propulsion on the splash. Alright, I mean, with the triple Galactic Wayfarer, at this point, I'm basically just committing to the fact that I'm going to be blue-green with maybe just not all the best playables that I want, but I think that's okay. Here, there's another Nebula Dragon on the splash or an Ice Cave Crasher. Deck like this really wants good top end here. And I don't really care about Ice Cave Crasher that much in blue-green. So I actually... yeah, I'm going to take the Nebula Dragon. See where this goes. Here, there's a Cryo Shatter, a Cut Propulsion, and a Thawbringer. Don't really need Thawbringer with triple Galactic Wayfarer. I think I'm in the market for a nice cheap interactive spell. So let's go ahead and take the Cryo Shatter there. Moving on to Pack 2, Pick 5. We have a Blooming Stinger, which is a totally fine 2-mana play to fill the curve. Somehow white just totally died after that one ridiculous pack. So I'm off white. We're back to just your regularly scheduled blue-green deck. I mean, there is a Depressurize and a Plasma Bolt here as well. But, you know, this is one of those. I'm just going to fight. I'm just going to fight people. Like, you want to be blue-green? That's fine. I'll just fight you at this point. Like, triple Galactic Wayfarer is too hard to give up. Certainly, we're seeing some red cards here. Tanic is also okay. Maybe there was like a red-green deck that was available. But I'm going to go ahead and just take Mechan Navigator here. Just another solid 2-mana play for this deck. And I do have a Synthesizer Labship as well that I can use to tap. If I pick up some other good spacecrafts, that'd be nice. Here, I'll take just a Germinating Worm. Another just large monster that gains me some life. Okay, I'll take a second Desculpting Blast over Nebula Dragon number 2. That is a Pinnacle Emissary. It's that or Mechanizoa. How many artifacts do I have? 2? But I have 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's when you cast an artifact spell. Alright, I'll just take Mechanizoa. Alright, we'll take Cut Propulsion on the splash. Alright, I mean, certainly red was very, very open here. But I don't think that's where I'm going to end up here. Like, I guess a blue-red artifact deck was on the table. But look, I mean, can our deck really be that bad when we have triple Galactic Wayfarer? So, some decent interaction here as well. Guess Ilvoy Operative isn't super good in blue-green. And this gives us 16 playable cards. We have solid mana fixing with triple Wayfarer and a Biomech and Engineer. You know, enough things to do early and a couple of top-end plays here in the Nebula Dragon. Not absurd, but totally fine. Very tough draft, I will say. But, you know, a lot of drafts in this format are tough. And now we have an Elegy Acolyte. You know, so we opened a Nova Dragon and an Elegy Acolyte. That sucks. Yeah, obviously, I can't really play it. But you know what? Mouth of the Storm is a really, really good top-end threat. So I'm going to take it here. But passing an Elegy Acolyte is obviously very, very difficult. All right, pack 3, pick 2. What do we want here? Not the most exciting pack. There's a Lost in Space for more interaction. There's a Biosynthetic Burst if I wanted a trick. But I have a couple of Desculpting Blasts. So the 2 Desculpting Blasts makes me want the Lost in Space less. There's Unravel, but it's double blue, which is kind of tough. I don't really want to take Sammy's Curiosity this early. All right, I'll just take a Biosynthetic Burst, I guess. I mean, it's a good trick. It really is, and people are seemingly taking this higher now. Here, I'll just take a Tenderfoot. I do need 2 drops. I mean, this is a really disappointing pack 3, pick 3. There's a Faller's Faithful, a Focus Fire, and a Pulsar Squadron Ace. Okay, well, you know what? This is not a disappointing pick 4. Oh, man, you know what? Sometimes, like, it's easy to figure out where you need to be. Other times, you make a pick, and then you're like, what? And then you see another pick, and you're like, oh, okay, that works. And then the next pack, you're like, what? But anyways, I will take the Biomech and Engineer. Nice Cryo Shatter here. Seriema. So white certainly is open. It was weird because it like kind of died out after these cards, but Seriema is very, very strong. But now we're locked into blue-green splashing red, so I will take Cryo Shatter here, just because we are lacking on interaction. Here we can take Orbital Plunge on the splash or a Mechanozoa. I think I'm just going to take Orbital Plunge on the splash. Like, honestly, I just feel like our mana fixing is good enough here where I just want to lean into interaction. And our creature count's also pretty good. Lost in Space. What's kind of funny is I kind of wish I had the Sammy's Curiosity now over the Biosynthetic Burst, given how this deck is shaping up here. Do you think we're going to table it? Will I regret that decision? I don't know. I mean, I do have 5 creatures that make landers as well. Oh my gosh. An 8th pick Cryogen Relic. Okay, I think that's better than the Scan Ship. God, what a pack. This pack is fairly weak. I'll just take this 2-drop that I'm probably not going to play. I already have an Operative in my sideboard, but probably not playing both of the Lost in Spaces. Yeah, I mean, I guess I wish I had the Sammy's Curiosity here, but I still think this deck is fine. Like, we have double Biomech and Engineer, double, and then 3 7-drops to win, to take over kind of the late game. We have Inevitability in the Secluded Starforge. We have some early interaction with the double Cryo Shatter, and we have a good number of removal here as well. So I do think this has what it takes here. I like the mix of cards that we have, and hopefully we can finish the season strong with a trophy. All right, so those there, Gale Blade. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wait, there was a creature I had. I think I accidentally cut a creature that I wanted. There it is. The Mechan Navigator. Okay, so these are the cards I'm pretty happy with. 14 creatures. We have a Synthesizer Lab Ship with 4 artifacts. But admit it, like, I can turn... I mean, I have Oh, no. 5 landers, which I can also reanimate. So I do think this is good enough to play. And it turns into a 4/4 Vigilance Flyer, so it can't be that bad. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 removal spells, double Nebula Dragons, and a couple of bounce spells. All right. 5 2-drops. All right, what's my last card? I think I want a solid cheap-ish play. I think actually this is a pretty good Divert Disaster deck. I could really use the lander for fixing, and also just like keeping up mana with Biomech and Engineers and cracking landers. I think it's just going to work really well here. So let's play the Divert Disaster. We are playing only 1 mountain and playing 8 forests because I know we have more blue cards, but the green gets us the fixing that we need. So I'm going to play it like this with the triple Galactic Wayfarer and play 1 mountain. And that still gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources for 4 red cards, which I do think is totally fine. Obviously, we just need to give ourselves the time to play the landers. But look, I mean, it's not like our red cards are things we play early anyways. So I think this will be totally fine. And all right, let's give this a whirl. Looks like a pretty solid configuration. Excited to see how this plays out. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. I really do appreciate all your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join an amazing community of folks also looking to up their limited game. I do monthly videos just for the Patreon, along with a variety of other benefits, so check it out. All right, on the play here, we have a Galactic Wayfarer. Always happy to have that in the opener, with a Divert Disaster and a Blooming Stinger. That is a turn 1. Ooh, I could have used the Gene Pollinator, but we're going to go ahead and just play the Blooming Stinger. I'm going to wait on the Divert Disaster. Not really too concerned about a 2-mana play. The only thing that would be really scary here is if my opponent played like a Biomech and Engineer. So, turn 2 Stinger, turn 3 Wayfarer, and then just kind of go about my day. Wow, turn 1 Pollinator into turn 2 Curiosity is amazing. They're going to have access to so much mana next turn. It's pretty nuts. That being said, I'm still going to play the Galactic Wayfarer. Because I think this is better because next turn, I can not only crack the lander, but still keep up the Divert Disaster. So I think that's what I want to do. Holy cow. They're literally living the dream, Juomaru. Juomaru. Good for you. This is a hand, folks. Gene Pollinator into Sammy's Curiosity into... Oh, man. That is some impressive stuff. They just made 2 2/2s with the Use Social Engineering. Very, very good stuff. All right. Ooh, Biomech and Engineer, though. Don't need to play it just yet. I suppose I could. Just to have more stuff to do with my mana. Alright, I'll play it. I mean, look, if they kill it, they kill it. I have a lot of other things to do with my mana in my deck. Use Social Engineering. I will counter that. They're going to play a land. Alright. Probably a good turn to crack both of my landers here. Go get a mountain and a forest, I guess. Harmonious Growth Strider is good. Nice 6/6. Alright. Where's my mountain? There it is. Let me look for double colors. I guess I don't have too many. Gonna go ahead and play a Nebula Dragon, kill the Gene Pollinator, and then just leave up Blooming Stinger to hopefully trade with the Grove Strider and just pass. Also, this just puts a clock on my opponent. Like, if they don't kill my dragon and kill my engineer, sure. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. And we still have Germinating Worm and Galactic Wayfarer here in hand. It looks like Biomech and Engineer is not long for this world. Oh, off of a Tractor Beam? Oh, no. Oh, that is so bad. Tractor Beam is a hell of a card. Oh, that's actually pretty rough. That's like the worst thing that could have happened, I think. Alright, well, now I'm just hoping for Nebula Dragon to go all the way. I guess they're not technically on 8 lands. So that's the silver lining here. Siege Ship Brood Tender. Nothing great to get back. Still nothing great to get back. And a Fungal Colossus. Alright. Ah, man. How am I going to win this game? I think the Grove Strider can potentially be the most problematic card, especially if they find a way to kill my Blooming Stinger. So I'm just putting the Cryo Shatter there, because I can either double block the Fungal Colossus or block with my Germinating Worm. Man, that stolen Biomech and Engineer, though, is such a big problem. I do have a couple of bounce spells, though, so there's that. Vote out, so Nebula Dragon is now down. We'll crack the lander, I guess. Thin out the deck. And now we hope to draw something good. We have lots of 7-drops. We have our own Biomech and Engineer. And I don't think they have another removal spell. Are you kidding? I mean, the thing is, they had 1 card left. I just don't think it's correct. I just don't think it's correct to not play the Engineer there. Like, I could wait till I hit land number 10, but they had 1 other card in hand, and they used the vote out already to kill my dragon. And just based on how the game played out, I just didn't think they had, like, a 3rd removal spell there, and I just think it's a little bit unfortunate that that's what happened. So, yeah, our opponent's deck's definitely very solid. Blue-green value. And this Tractor Beam is going to be extremely problematic. They kept both? Holy cow. Okay. Desculpting Blast? Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Is this another case of me having to hold the Biomech and Engineer? I think I should have. This one was a mistake. This one was a mistake, I think. Oh, they kept the... Okay, that makes sense, actually, given that they had the Biomech and Engineer. So I actually... Probably not a mistake, honestly. Okay, here we go. Alright, Biomech and Engineer, take over the game, please. Okay, we have a Cryogen Relic and a Mechan Navigator. 16 cards, plenty of cards left in our deck, and there is a Secluded Starforge. This is all looking fantastic. Alright. Come on, Biomech and Engineer. Take over the game. Jeez. Another tractor beam? Come on, man. All right. Well, I mean, ideally, I'd like to get this back again. I do have a second Desculpting Blast. So I am going to fire that off, actually, to see if I draw a card draw spell. Okay, we did not. Okay, we're still drawing lands. I mean, I'm happy with this killing two things. All right, we have one land left in our deck, okay? One land left. They don't really have a good creature in their graveyard either with the Brood Tender. Okay, okay, there we go. There we go. Mouth of the Storm is fantastic. So this can attack. This blocks here. This can attack. I don't want to attack with this because this can just eat this and or this. Sure. And they can get back to Grove Strider with the Brood Tender, but that's fine. And then I can make a token here. Might as well go wide. They're at 7 life here. Good game. Really good game. Double Tractor Beam. Like, if they drew an 8th land anytime earlier... Ooh, All-Fade Scroll can definitely get them back in this game. They should get back to Grove Strider with the Brood Tender. Let's see. So they have... I'm going to have 7 attackers. And they're going to have 3 blockers. This blocks here. These 2 get blocked. I think they die, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. These are my 3 biggest attackers. Three, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. Four creatures get through. They have no cards in hand. Okay, just double checking. Nothing has lifelink. Woo! All right. My opponent had a really solid deck, but our deck definitely bailed us out. We have a lot of high-quality cards, uncommons, removal spells, etc. in our deck. We are now rank number 17. That was a really good game 1. Really good game 1. Let's keep it going. All right, opponent on the play here. This hand looks quite bad. I have 2 red cards, no ways to fix for them, and no creatures to play early with 3 lands. This is a mulligan. And I will keep this hand and... Mechan Navigator or Nebula Dragon. I'll just get rid of them. Like, on the draw, like, I don't even have them. It's like not even... The Navigator's fine, but not insane. And if I'm not on the play, it's also less good. So I'm going to focus on keeping the better late game stuff. Black-white, Lightless Evangel, sure. There's our blue. Just gain some life. So now we can get the Mountain with the Wayfarer and then just start playing expensive things. And hope their curve isn't too brutal. Okay. I mean, I suppose if they kill the Wayfarer, it's kind of annoying. No, that's okay. I mean, they're going to attack, which makes sense. Now, can you imagine if they had Embrace Oblivion sacrificing the Weft Enhancer? That would have been sick. Probably lose, right? We just take 8 damage. Alright, let's play the Cryogen Relic. Got another Forest. Okay. Alright, we're going to get a Mountain here with the Lander. Blade of the Swarm. Ooh, is it eating a Germinating Worm? Yeah. That's so annoying. Alright. Let's get a Mountain. We're at 14. Double Nebula Dragon is quite strong, though. And I can just start making 2/2s. So. Sir Vondum, okay. I actually have to think about this. It's whether or not I want to, like, minimize damage this turn or next turn. I'm gonna just... I mean, it's just a free eat, right? All right. Holocarver and... Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I get to eat a Holocarver, but this Lightless Evangel is actually huge. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The question is whether or not I station this. The station cost is 9. They might not have a land. If they don't have a land, I kind of want to keep this back to just block because I'm at 10. So I'm just not going to station it. Sure. Okay, so let's see. I have a Desculpting Blast for this. If and when they attack me. 4, 5, 6, 7. I have access to 8 mana. I mean, the way I look at it, because I have this Desculpting Blast, like... Yep. Alright, ooh, Cryo Shatter, what a draw. The question is whether or not I want to... No, I just use it, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Slow them down. 6, this is 9, right? Sure. Okay. So I think hopefully this is enough to stabilize. We have 2 4/4 flyers in play, a 1/1 flyer, a Secluded Starforge, and an Intrepid Tenderfoot. So a lot of things that they need to deal with, and we basically wiped out their entire team. Cryo Shatter was a very good draw. Their deck is really good too, though, by the way. I do not want to take anything away from my opponent's deck. It looks fantastic. So if they play a Weft Blade and I gotta think here. So like, So if they play this and hit me for 5, I go to 1. Then I hit them guaranteed for 10 in the air and they die. Okay, I don't mind that. I can either play Tenderfoot or make a 2-2. Or a 3-3 rather. I'm just going to make a 3-3. Like, we are so close to the end game here, where I'm more interested in putting more power and toughness in play. So it's like, do I want a 2-2 or do I want a 3-3? And I think I want a 3-3. Because I can still give this flying off the lab ship. Okay, Evangel. Caesarean Dirgecraft. Okay. Oh, non-token creature. Fair enough. If you station, you die. If you station, you die. Okay, you die. Why would you station? Four, 8, 10. Oh, good thing I played a Tenderfoot. Oof. Okay, well, you know, they had a solid start. But with our mulligan, with Servandum, but again, this is why removal is king, right? The Cryo Shatter, Cut Propulsion, Desculpting Blast, like they were all super important in allowing us to deal with their problematic threats and then take over with our late game win conditions. So, 2-0, rank number 15. All right, we are 2-0 on the play here. We don't have anything early, but we do, you know, on the play turn 3 Galactic Wayfarer. Hopefully that buys us the time that we need to get to our late game stuff. Obviously, if we can get to Mouth of the Storm, that's the ultimate equalizer. We did draw an Intrepid Tenderfoot, so now I'm much more happy, or much happier. Wow, English. Much happier about this hand. Not interested in pumping this and attacking. Much better to just play Galactic Wayfarer here. Get a mountain with this lander. Looks like a close encounter, maybe? Or a Meltstrider's Resolve. We'll see. Could be diplomatic relations too, I guess. Just a Cryogen Relic, okay? I mean, obviously that's good. Oh, it is a Meltstrider's Resolve. Fair enough. That was a really good turn. Alright, I mean, this is fine too. That was a good draw for us. I wouldn't say that we're ahead. In fact, we're probably behind. But... Or, it's very close. It's very close, rather. Kind of in a decent spot here, where if we draw land, it's not too bad, as it gets us one step closer to Mouth of the Storm. And then obviously, if we draw any good spell, we're also fine. Let's get a mountain. That is a Cryogen Relic. That's pretty good. Just try to use our mana the best that we can. Still have other interactive spells if we need. I just realized that I can use Desculpting Blast to bounce the Cryogen Relic and draw cards. That's pretty sick. Okay, so they get to hit me for 3, I guess? Wait, they have another bite spell? This is literally one of the best rares in the format. Okay, I mean, they are all in here, friends. This is an absolutely incredible, incredible draw. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm at 16. All right. Okay, germinating worm. Now I'm just trying to figure out if I should bounce my Cryogen Relic for extra cards. I'm just stuck on blue though, right? I just don't think I'm in a position to do that. I'm just going to crack this and lock this down. Orbital Plunge. Wow. Okay. The thing is, this is locked down and they don't have a land, but obviously they can just draw a land. Pretty easy Cryo Shatter here. I mean, I guess I still just kill it. Well, I mean, that was a really good turn, right? We got to basically kill a Germinating Worm and a Xenomorph Imago. So, can't be too upset about that. There's a Nanoform Sentinel and a Eumidian Tar. They're down to one card, which is good. I'm very interested in cracking this lander. But if I crack this lander, it's like, I have like no great plays. So I can also just play Ice Cave Crasher and Synthesizer Lab Ship. Maybe that's better. Yeah, that seems fine. All right, Wayfarer gets locked down here. But we still have this Ice Cave Crasher. The Lab Ship is on 3. We can make it go to 9 next turn and give it Vigilance. Definitely need to get a second blue source here, if possible. It's another nano. Wow, that's... You know, they started out really strong, but then they got some filler cards here. I mean, look, some of these cards are insane, but... You know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. But if they can get the Ice Cave Crasher off the battlefield in some way, they still hit me for a lot. But they can't, so I am happy. Really want to land, okay. Sure. Must be a little bit scary for my opponent to see me discarding Desculpting Blast. I need to correct this lander. I can't attack with it. Alright. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Our board is looking pretty good. This blocks pretty well. And then we just have like giant flyers to try to win the game with. Specimen Freighter, nice. They get to bounce their Germinating Worm too. Holy cow. Okay. That was a really big play. Because they can turn that thing on instantly, I believe. So you tap the Terrabotanist, then you tap the Nanoform Sentinel to untap the Terrabotanist. Or you can untap lands. Oh, do they have a... Oh, sure, they can untap the forest and then... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And then they can warp in the Germinating Worm. Good play. No, Specimen Freighter was a tremendous draw there. Tremendous. It's funny, they're like slowly piecing it together. They're like, wait, so now that I did this, okay, now I can warp it. And then it's a 4/7. Maybe not. Maybe not. They might have another good play here too. Yep. Alright, so let's crack this for a blue. Let's see. I have 20 cards left. I mean, attacking with this doesn't do anything. I just get to get it for 2 damage here. Alright, they have a Germinating Worm and 2 unknown cards. Okay, there's the Germinating Worm. Okay, they get to untap some lands. Hopefully they just play a thing. I'm hoping they just play a thing. See, I mean, that's obviously extremely concerning. Because, like, what can they have here? So I'm actually just going to attack with Mouth of the Storm to, like, prevent getting completely blown out here. That way I can play Nebula Dragon and hope for the best. And, you know, they could have Biosynthetic Burst. They absolutely can. Ilvoy Lightjammer, sure, that also works. So that is a large flyer. Alright. I mean, we still have a really good presence with flyers here. And I'm going to keep looting every turn to try to find an answer to a 5/9 flying creature that mills me for 4 when it attacks. So our opponent, you know, playing quite well for the most part. And, yeah, doing a good job of just fighting through everything, keeping up mana, having up tricks. They're bound to hit a glut of lands, though. I'm just going to throw that out there. They're bound to hit a glut of lands. Yeah, that was a good attack. Traded the worm for my 4/4 flyer, but I don't want to lose my lab ship because it gives me a way to draw cards with the Mechan Navigator. And I think that's how I get back into this game. But yeah, Nanoform Sentinel plus these spacecrafts are proving to be very, very annoying. And I absolutely need to find more removal. Like, I've had to use a lot of removal already. But yeah, I mean, this is tough. I like how they're not untapping their Specimen Freighter. Wait, why didn't they do that previously? Okay. Well, we can't attack, but we can block. 10 to 17. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 11 cards. Oof. This is brutal. 1 card left in hand for the opponent. All right. Hit your land glut. You can't attack me. I can double block. I hope they don't have... I hope the last card in their hand is not some kind of interactive spell, because then we would be in some serious trouble. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We definitely have some land / interaction here still. But again, need some way to get through that Specimen Freighter. Like once I... If I can draw like my other Cryo Shatter... Oh no, that's all right. I've already drawn both of them. Okay. Alright, let's look at our deck and see what we have. We have Mechanozoa, which is quite good, and a Desculpting Blast. That's it. So we are drawing to Mechanozoa and Desculpting Blast. Okay. I have 7 cards left in my library. Uh-oh. This is so rough. Okay, 19. Why would they do that? Oh, just for defense? Sure. Alright, that's a Desculpting Blast. That is a Desculpting Blast. How many artifacts do I have? I have 2? I gotta think here. So I have 1, 2... Oh, it's not ideal. It's still not ideal. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Wow. I really did not mean to do that. Oh, jeez. Alright, I gotta full control this. I mean, that Specimen Freighter is a gigantic problem. And I think they have an interactive spell here, which is not good. I mean, do I just, like, do I have enough for, like, a big lethal attack? I don't think that I do. You know what I mean? One, two, three. I don't know. I mean, so the reason why I need to make some crazy attack here, and I don't love it, is because if I tap something down with the Mechanozoa, it's the last card of my deck too. It didn't matter. But if I tap something down with the Mechanozoa, they can untap it with the Nanoform Sentinel. Wow, they tapped my thing? Okay. All right, our opponent is like, that was next level. I mean, mental modulation is not particularly good in blue-green. I think there was maybe a way for me to win that game, but it was tough. Like, I just didn't have a very good answer to Specimen Freighter, and that was the problem. I just couldn't attack through it. They had 2 7 toughness flyers, and I used both my Cryo Shatters and my Cut Propulsion. So I think my opponent played that game super well, and I might have had some opportunities there, but with that mental modulation, I don't know. Also, the Mechanozoa was the bottom card of my library, so a lot of stuff went against us there, and that is a pretty disappointing loss. All right, this hand is 3 islands and... Galactic, whatever, I'm keeping. I got the Mechanozoa on 3. And we drew the forest right away. Whoo! Playing with fire there. You know, I will say, that was probably a little bit of a tilt keep, okay? I'll be the first one to admit that. You know, sometimes you got a little tilt keep. Any of you, okay, and you can't tell me you've never tilt kept a hand. Because that would just be a lie. Gonna keep up Divert Disaster and crack this lander. I'm gonna highlight the lander to see if they just, like, crack it right away. It's like, don't forget, crack the lander. Bring it on, sir. Maybe they have a removal spell. I mean, that's possible, right? It would be funny if they just, like, straight up played nothing. Oh, they did. Or they didn't, rather. Interesting. Very interesting. Who needs to divert disaster? Alright, well, I'm glad I didn't hardcast it. I am glad I didn't hardcast it. Alright, 10 to 9. It's a Cov Landseeker, okay. Let's try to kill it. I mean, I feel like it's pretty tempting to save the last one with Biosynthetic Burst if they had one. So. Alright, well, opponent's at 5. I have a slightly better board, but they have 3 cards in hand. This is a very close game. Like, they can haste something ridiculous in, and that could obviously pose problems for us. I don't have an extra artifact here to sacrifice to the secluded to pump with the Secluded Starforge just yet, but I have plenty of mana sinks here with the Intrepid Tenderfoot as well. I mean, for them, order of business number 1, yeah, is to just kill that Nebula Dragon, and they absolutely cannot craft station here. So if I draw a removal spell, that doesn't do it. So all I need to do, so I should pump the Intrepid Tenderfoot here. And then this forces a chump block on the Caveron Turbo Drone. I had no reason to play this. I'm just going to make this a 4-4. Alright, so opponents had 2, and I have 2 lethal creatures, and I have a Divert Disaster up. See what happens. Tannock, okay. They gotta play something else. So this is actually good. So they're going to pay for this, right? Give me a lander. But now I can pump my Galactic Wayfarer. I guess I could have done that anyways. But this also just taps them out. Oh, no, no. I can, what am I saying? I play this and I give this flying and they die. Wow. Using our mana just ridiculously well here. Just every last bit of mana, and it was all relevant. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm still a little bit salty about that last loss. That's one of those where, like, I should replay that game. And I will. That's how you get better. Speaking of salty, we got somebody about to time out here with lethal on board. I'm calling you out, Gurzy. Gurzy, just concede. You know what I mean? Why'd you hit Alt F4? That's why the pause button exists when I record. Alrighty. Anyways, we are 3-1. Definitely Tilt kept this hand and we got there. Kept the hand with no forest, but got there on the green. And alright, well let's keep going here. 3-1. Hopefully we can win a few more. Maybe we can hit single digits if we win 4 in a row. Alright, on the play here. God, we've been getting such awkward mana hands. Like, if I draw an island, this hand is amazing. If not, then... whatever. Just gotta believe in the deck. 17 lands, Galactic Wayfarer, card draw. decent number of blue sources. I got a 2-drop. So, like... Alright, we drew a land. Use social engineering, okay. I'll take a blue source next turn. That would be amazing. That's a good start. Alright. This is a pretty big turn. I'll take a red card. Okay. Alright, well, you know what? Sometimes you keep sketchy hands and don't get there, and sometimes you get absolutely crushed. And this is one of those hands. It is what it is. It's I think I have to play the Biomech and Engineer here, only so that I can crack the lander. Like, I don't even, like, at this point with my hand, and honestly, even if I had a good draw, it's unclear I would have beaten this hand anyways, right? Like, this hand with a Raging Ravine, like, really, really good hand. But I'm happy trading the Biomech and Engineer here with the 2-2, and then just cracking the lander and just trying to stabilize that way. Because then I can go, like, Cryo Shatter plus Cut Propulsion. Oh, this is highly aggressive. Okay. Well, then I'll just eat this. They probably have like a Nebula Dragon or something, but... We will not be attacking. Cracked. Oh, Plasma Bolt. Yeah, Plasma Bolt. Plasma Bolt. That's what it is. Oh, no, it's just Fungal Colossus. Okay, okay. We're still in it. We are still in it here. Let's play Galactic Wayfarer. This allows the Ice Cape Crasher to actually trade it with the Fungal Colossus. Pinnacle Kill Ship. Okay. That was not good. Little tempo stabilize play there. Yeah, Pinnacle Kill Ship is definitely problematic. I'm gonna pass here. I want to crack the lander, but I also want to keep up Cut Propulsion for the Pinnacle Kill Ship. Okay. It's a little bit surprising that they went... Oh, this you can still play this for 3 mana because they have a Raging Ravine. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we are trying our best, our best here, folks. Raging Ravine also hits extremely hard. Gonna play Galactic Wayfarer. Synthesizer Lab Ship. I think I need to keep all my creatures up, unfortunately. So I'm just not going to try to get in damage. I'm even going to keep the Biomech and Engineer back. I'm at 3 life, okay? So I need to do everything in my power to survive here. If that includes having to chump block with the Engineer, so be it, right? So they can double activate Raging Ravine, by the way. And that would attack as a 6/6. If they know that you can do that. I'm at 3 life. They have 2 cards in hand. I mean, this Ravine is going to be a big problem. I have to deal with it. Okay. Let's just go with this. If they have a trick of any kind, so be it. I'm at 1. If I can draw a land, I can play this Nebula Dragon, which can help me stabilize. Okay, give me a land. Land. Ah, that's annoying. So these can't really block other, they can't block other things, right? I'm at 1 life. Oh, they have the they're attacking with everything. Yeah, I mean, we were just a little bit behind the entire time there, and maybe I should have mulliganed. Okay, I promise you, this is my promise to you. If I have a sketchy hand, I will 100% mulligan the next one. Okay, 100%. But they had a good deck. What can I say? And it was one of those, like, if they had any removal, I was 1000% dead, and they didn't. But I still lost. Okay, shake it off. We can win 4 in a row. I think this deck is good. Okay, we're gonna keep this hand here. Island Forest, and some 2-drops. So gotta keep. Given that I drew the land, I'm just gonna play the 2-drop creature first. Mechan Navigator is the play from the opponent. Not a bad draw. I mean, they still get 1 loot out of it, I guess. But you have a 1-drop? What does that remove? Oh. I see. Okay, I mean, whatever. What does this do? They just killed a 2/2, right? That's all they did? I think this is a good turn to keep up Counterspell. And then if they attack with the Operative, I can lock it down for a turn. So. Actually? They could have tapped on one of their enchantments. I can also just bounce Cryogen Relic. Just... yeah, let's just do that. Cut Propulsion is a thing on that. But I just want to see what develops here first, so... yeah, okay. Oh, the good deck. Station Monitor, okay. Do I want the Mechan Navigator or crack the Lander? I think I just want to crack the Lander. Alright, 2 cards left in hand for the opponent. They didn't double spell here. Auxiliary boosters, okay. Alright, well, I need to keep finding answers here, which is kind of annoying. They have a 3/4 flyer and a 1/1 flyer and a 4/3. I could also kill this silly thing. Oh no, I can't. But getting back a 2/2 doesn't seem particularly good. I'm just going to kill this now before anything can happen, and then I'm going to just tap this to loot. Alright. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, we've drawn a lot of lands. Two cards in hand for the opponent. We're at 8. Holy cow. Welcome to my life. Alright, I mean, we've drawn 12 lands and 20 cards. That's not going to get it done, so, you know, it is what it is. Do I hate what's happening? Yes. Can I do anything about it? No. I mean... is it just me, or does this happen to you guys too? Like, this happens a lot. And I know Landers is a thing. I only sacrificed 1 Lander. What the hell? Alright, whatever. Well, you know what? Well, we at least finished in the top 100. I was hoping to have a better finish. We were ranked 17. We were 2-0, then 2-1, then 3-1. And I legitimately thought this deck was quite solid and definitely had what it took, but yeah, it just didn't quite get there. Like, I was happy with having these late game ways to kind of close out games. The thing is, this isn't a deck that had like a bunch of rares or anything, but Biomechan Engineer is a Mythic uncommon. We had the Starforge and the Lab Ship, which can do some work, and we had some ways to take over the late game, and we had some okay interaction. All in all, I still thought this deck was really solid. I think this is definitely a draft where almost I think I could have gone any color combination and my deck would have turned out solid. Was green super open? No. But I have 3 Galactic Wayfarers. So does it matter? Like, if your green is 3 Galactic Wayfarers and 2 Biomechan Engineers, you don't need that much else, right? And we just got a lot of the help from the other colors. I think I could have been blue-red. I think a blue-red deck splashing green for double Biomech and Engineer could have also been strong. But will note, Biomech and Engineer is a totally fine card on the splash, but part of its power, or a lot of its power, also comes in the fact that you can play this thing on turn 2 as something that can block and also get you a lander early. And when you play it late, it's obviously not as effective. But red certainly felt open, and I think blue-red was definitely a direction we could have gone. But at the same time, you know, just some of these losses were just, it is what it is. So, like I said, sometimes I have decks where I feel like, oh, this is going to be a tough one to do well with. I did not believe that that was the case here. I felt like this deck had everything that I needed to have some success, but sadly we didn't get there, and that is, of course, the nature of draft. But you know what? All in all, really excellent season, and I'm hoping to continue the success that we've had recently with Edge of Eternities draft into the next month, and hopefully we can have a very, very good finish in the month of September, because August has been very, very good for us. But that is all for the ranking climb this month. Hopefully we have a better one in the next. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Also check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes, pre-order some boxes of Spider-Man, all that good stuff, check out TCGplayer.com. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.